this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves who are on this journey to love. And so this message is all about winning the race, basically. And so I asked to, so if you follow my channel, then I do healings where I connect your energies and I see everything like a film. And I hear songs and I write to you and give you an update about what I saw, what songs came through and what messages. And also you get a guided mantra. When you repeat the mantra, it uplifts your energy. And on that note, somebody sent me this song, which is "In my life be lifted, in our world be lifted, and in our love be lifted." And she just said that, could I share it? Because it really feels like it's something that will lift the vibration. And I was like, of course. So this is the song. It goes very well as a mantra. So in my life be lifted, in our world be lifted, in our love be lifted. And I also do readings and also channeled letters. And over the last couple of days, I've been sending out a lot of the letters, and I will be doing sending out, if you haven't received it and you ordered it for Thanksgiving, you will receive it today, tomorrow. And it has been, again, quite an amazing, just quite surreal. I mean, in fact, really surreal. It just gets more and more surreal, to be honest. Because people coming back and saying, no way, that's the exact words that we've used with each other. A lot of people are having this thing where I think they were expecting to meet their twin over the last few weeks. And it hasn't happened, or if it happened, it hasn't gone the way that they expected it to. And so this is why you have to always, always, always know that everything is happening just the way it is meant to, right? Because there is always a plan that you're working towards. So that's why the expectations that we put in our minds, we have to let go of. Because actually the bigger plan is way bigger than we can ever interpret with our minds. And so that's why if you are one of those people that have recently had these expectations that things are going to happen over the last couple of weeks and they haven't happened how you thought they were going to happen, then that's why you really have to let that go and just trust in the bigger plan, because there is definitely one at play. Now, the other, what I was going to say as well, I'm just going to read this letter because this is just the last one on the pile that was here. So, and it just fits perfectly. So, this is a letter that I channeled from one to the other. And it is, I want you to know that you're going to be okay. That we are going to be more than okay. That although it seems like there's no way everything can come together, it will. There's a big, huge divine force behind all of this. And it's bringing freedom. Freedom for new beginnings, for new life, and for a fresh start. Believe that everything is going to be worked out for us. And just like Dorothy taps her red shoes together 3 times, we will find our way home against all the odds. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, so there you go. We will find our way home against all of the odds. So, trust in your journey. The other thing is I just want to give a shout out for a couple of channels that have started to use the book. And also, please use the hashtag #GrowTheFlame on Instagram. Grow the Flame. And if you have your own spiritual businesses and all of that, then use hashtag #GrowTheFlame on Instagram, because then people can go to there and see what is, and there are so many syncs on that tag. It's unbelievable. So that's another way. If you feel that you're going a bit low vibe, then go on to hashtag #GrowTheFlame, and I'm telling you, you will get lifted instantly. Because it really makes me smile. There are just so many syncs and messages that are just growing and growing and growing. And that's the purpose. Somebody just asked me could I channel a letter? And this is also lovely. I'm now getting family members of from people that want a letter. And I don't know, it's a family member or someone. And I did the letter for them, and then it's just so lovely because it's just, I can feel the circuit growing, you know, the circle is growing. So there are two themes that are coming through very, very strongly. Well, one I've talked about having this expectation that something, you know, and so it's about releasing that. The other one is from their side. There's two things. I have, very strongly last night, I had a dream about, you know, you're doing a marathon, and you hit the wall at the end, you know, basically around the 20th mile, you hit the wall. And you think, there's no way I can do this other 7 miles. And, but you have to keep going because it's all about your mental, actually in that case, it's all about your mental state of mind to know that you can do it. And of course, that is what gets you through to the end, because your physical body is just absolutely probably exhausted, but it's the power of the mind and your strength of conviction that gets you through the finish line. And so that was one. It was like, don't stop now because you're hitting that wall, because you are, you know, the finish line is in sight, basically. And then the other one was about, and this is really sweet. This came through in a lot of letters, and also I get this a lot from my twin. And it was, I just want to be in the relationship already. I want to be living with you already. I want to be living life with you already. Can't we just fast forward everything in between? Because the everything in between bit is the scary bit, right? Going out, get first dates, doing all that sort of stuff is scary. And it's almost like they just want to fast forward that bit to be actually living their life with you. And having met all your friends and met the family and all that sort of stuff, you know, all that stuff that at the beginning of the relationship is a little bit daunting. And so that's very strongly what came through again in quite a few letters. It's like, can't we just, I just want to fast forward this next bit, because this next bit I know is going to be tricky, especially if they're in karmic relationships and, you know, having to move and all that sort of stuff, you know. That's very often, you know, what puts people off change, because it's, you know, it's a hassle. Not just a hassle, but of course it's an emotional journey as well. But so that was very strongly what was coming through. But the big thing is that about this sense of, you know, you're hitting a wall, and you've done the marathon, but you've still got a bit to go. So don't let the wall stop you now, right? Because just think how disappointed you'd be if you were running a marathon and you gave up 20 miles in. You know, you've only got 7 miles left, basically. 7 is also the number of your soul. So don't give up on your soul path, right? Because it's there. So that is the message today. In my life, be lifted. In our world, be lifted. In our love, be lifted. And please use #GrowTheFlame on Insta and add more and more and more things to it. Now, there's a couple of sites that are using this book. Sorry, that's my dog. So the book, Divine Love Letters. Twins in Union, she's using it on her channel. Twin Flame Magic is another channel that's just set up, that's just started and is using the book as well. So check those out. They are Twins in Union and Twin Flame Magic. And anyone else that's using the book on their channel, please let me know, and then I can give you a shout out. I think there's one other and I can't remember. Anyway, all right, take care. Have a good one. Bye.